Alright, so today we're going to be learning how to tie straps. You will need 1-inch nylon strap in the color of your choice. We're using black today, pretty common. I use pads on my cymbals, you don't have to, but if you're using nylon, I very strongly suggest having pads. And then you will also need a pair of scissors and a lighter. I have a very fancy lighter here. And for tying your knots, I suggest using a penny. This isn't mandatory, but it does help to keep your knots from pulling through. So we're gonna start. You're gonna start with your 1-inch nylon strap. I get mine from Amazon.com. You can also get it from strapworks.com, I've heard. Works really well, but we're gonna take it, and from the roll that you'll have, we're gonna cut one length of a cymbal across. So you have roughly an 18 or 19-inch strap here. And then you're gonna take it, this is gonna be a right hand cymbal for me, so I'm going to put it over my hand like I would a cymbal, and the way that I cut my straps, I cut them up to the first knuckle here. Most people I know cut them a little more shallow. I like having really long tines on my straps. So we're going to start just by cutting. Down the middle. And then I just match both sides to be even with each other. So once I'm happy with one side, I take the other side and I match it. Looks pretty even to me. And then once you're done with that, you're going to take your strap and all of this little fuzzy stuff you're going to pull off as much as you can. I wouldn't use too much pressure when pulling this off because you don't want to pull too much out. The less you pull out, the better it'll turn out. Cool. And then I would just pull your excess up here and then pull it tight, and come back in with your scissors and cut that off. And then we're going to do that on both sides. Awesome. And then when you're done with that, you're going to take the strap that you just burned, or the strap that you just cut, and we're going to burn it. So when you have a freshly cut strap, it's going to have these little nubs on them. This is just from the weave after you've cut it, and the goal here is to melt these down because these are actually made out of plastic to the edge of the strap so that your straps won't fray over time. So you don't need to burn these a lot, it's just enough to get the nubs to flatten down into the cymbal, or into the cymbal strap, so like you can see at the bottom of the strap they're gone there. Great. Once you're done with that step, you should have a nice cut strap. And to attach to your cymbal, you're going to take this and you're going to face them away from you as if it were a strap on a cymbal. And you're going to, for this being the right hand, we're going to fold the rightmost strap over both times on each side. And then we're going to take the right side and we're going to fold it over the right. So right over right over right over right, which would make it into a right strap. The side that is on top is always going to be the side that's closest to your fingers and like right on top of your knuckle. So we're going to take our pad, and we're going to take our strap. We're going to put our strap through our pad, and then we're going to put our straps through the cymbal. And you're going to pull them through the other side, and then just size it up on your hand. I usually tie mine a little tight, and then they'll come out looser with time as that goes by. So when you're ready with your thick, flip your cymbals over, and you're going to open up the inside of this so it looks like a plus sign. And then if you choose to use a coin, you would use it now. I'm using a penny. You can use dimes, nickels, pennies, anything small. And you're going to put it right over the center of your knot, and we're going to tie a box knot. So basically it's going to mimic the flaps of a cardboard box. So I would take the top, fold it over the penny, and then I would take this side and fold it over the tail end of the strap you just folded over, and then this one, your bottom one, would go over that one, and then your last will go over the strap tail that's closest to you and through the loop that you've created. Then you're going to tighten that as much as possible. And you have a square knot. Go ahead and check and see if it fits correctly. Fits pretty good. And then I personally like to tie another knot on top of this knot just to secure everything in place and let it slip a little slower. So I'm going to do it. There you have it. You have a freshly cut and tied and burned strap.